welcome to your first tribal council. First things first, Caitlin, I gotta say congratulations on the fundraising. How does it feel?
It feels good. Obviously, that's the whole point of this event, is to raise as much money as I can for my charity that I really care about. I would say the only negative is it does put a little bit of a target on my back, which isn't great. So if you could stop mentioning it, that'd be great.
And Lena, in tandem in a season like this, what did it feel like then you being the duo of her and then you didn't get that initial feeling?
She's dead to me.
It's like hour 3.
She's kicked out of the house. No, I'm so happy for her. I know how much she cares about her charity, and I think it's really great. Part of me is kicking myself because we were so close in fundraising, but I'm happy for her, and it just means that she gets a little advantage, and that's great.
And then in tandem with that kind of poetic irony, you guys win that first challenge, so you ironically end up with a round of safety. What did that then feel like?
That felt great. I mean, I was very nervous. I did not want to be the first person out, but I would be happy with I'm just happy to be here.
Michael, so obviously someone has to go home. How do you then strategize to figure out who's going home?
Yeah, I think what's especially hard about this first round, we didn't really have a challenge that we could get information from to see what people's strengths and weaknesses are. All we got to know is how much do you know about your partner. We didn't get to see any sort of physical ability, puzzle, anything like that. So it really makes it tough.
And Megan, that in an ironic sense that he brought up the challenge. Jared and Devontae got, I think, one or two questions right.
2.
Do you think that low performance could put a target on your back as well?
Well, first of all, I swear we do know each other. But I don't really think that it puts a target on our back, because you can't, there were only 8 questions. I mean, can you really judge someone from whether they got the right answers on 8 questions? And we were in the heat, and we were just talking to all these people, so we have names swirling in our head. It's like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even think straight, but I don't think it puts a target on our back.
And Anne-Marie, what is the criteria for someone to go home this round? There's been so little time, and it seems like not a ton of strategy talk happened. What do you base the vote on coming into this tribal?
It's weird because I guess I don't pay close attention. So getting to know these guys, I guess the weakest link or the strongest link, actually. The strongest link, the one that I feel like is going to be more challenging at the end of this.
So get the strong person out right now. Jake, what exemplifies strength? It is a theme, it is a strategy, but strength is so open-ended.
Yeah, I certainly would be afraid to go for the strongest right now, because I'm sure there's a lot of challenges coming up, so I want to keep our tribe as strong as we can. But to Michael's point, that first challenge, you have so little to go off of, so you can't, I don't think I could be oh, Megan's the weakest because she got only 2 right. No, sorry, not just for, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, that challenge, you can't base that in any way, so.
And in a normal season, sometimes the first vote is unanimous. Lena, now you're coming in with a duo with 2 votes. Do you foresee most duos sticking together in this first vote?
I guess. I don't know. If she wasn't immune, I'd be going right away. But I feel I'm sure that these duos have talked, kind of what their plans are going into the game. But there also might be duos who came here to play an individual game. They really are passionate about their charity, and they're playing at the end of the day for their charity. So I think it could really go either way, and we won't know until we see the votes and see who gets sent home.
And Devontae, how risky is it to come into this game with a preconceived strategy? Because I can say after doing this for 7 seasons, people that come in with this headlight of how they're going to do generally does not pan out. How risky is that type of strategy to have?
I think it's very risky to try to come up with any set plan. I think it's good to have individual goals, make it through the first vote, make it submerge, having those for yourselves. But I think having any sort of plan of what you think your game is going to look like or how it's going to go is just risky and kind of not smart. Especially in a game where the unknown's a factor. We didn't even know we'd be on the same tribe as our duo. So right off the back, it's oh, now I can work with Megan or I can't work with Megan. It makes no sense to have those kind of notions and ideas when you really have no idea what's going on.
And Dave, obviously someone from this group is going home and losing a loved one. Have you guys thought about what it would be if you did lose your partner that you came into this game with, what that would feel and look like? Or have you guys not even thought about that yet?
To be honest, I haven't thought about it yet since I was such a late addition. I haven't had any chance to strategize or get stressed or think about anything pertaining to the game, really. So now it is starting to hit, and it'll be sad if my partner leaves. So.
And Caitlin, how do you know which conversation is the conversation if you're talking to everybody and you come into tribal?
You don't. I really don't think you do. There also is like, you know, people are talking, people are coming to be like, oh, I trust you, which you want to take their word for, but at the same time, as someone who like has immunity, how much can I trust their word? Are they just saying it to me because they can't vote me out, so they want me to vote with them? There's so little trust in a game that is all about trust.
I think that's about all I have. Michael, you're up.
Dave, I'm sorry, but I hope you have fun golfing the rest of the weekend.
I would be voting for Caitlin probably because I think she's the strongest player, but since she has immunity for the next couple of challenges, I'm going to vote for Devontae, the next strongest player.
You really didn't say anything to me, which is kind of weird for Survivor, so go golf.
I'm gonna tally the votes. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Dave. Devontae. Dave, that's 2 votes Dave, 1 vote Devontae. Dave, that's 3 votes Dave, 1 vote Devontae. Dave. The second person to vote off of Live to Give Dynamic Duos, Dave, can you bring me your torch? Dave, Chart has spoken. Time for you to go.
We hope you get a golfing, get some couple rounds of golfing.
That sucks. That is not fun.
Well, a unanimous vote in a duo season. We're off to a start. Grab your stuff, head back to camp.
I'm feeling a little disappointed and a little bit sad that I won't be with my partner for the rest of the weekend. I played for the Autism Society of Minnesota. My brother has an autistic child, so that's a cause that's been near and dear to my heart. I just want to thank everybody for the opportunity, and thanks to the donors